D2L is the learning management system that HCC is now mainly using. When you are logged in, you will see a spot for announcements, right there at the top, as well as a section listing all of the courses that you are signed up for that have a D2L section. Currently, this student only has the CSC 102 Section 02 class. You can also see a list of the classes you are in by clicking the 9 dots in the upper right hand corner, which will show you the 2 classes that the student is signed up for. Go ahead and we're going to pick the CSC 102 class. Now that you are within this specific course, you can see some links in the top green bar. Course home, content, and grades are probably the 3 big ones that you will normally be using in D2L. For this class, course home is going to be the most important one. On the screen, you will also see an announcement sections where you will see any announcements from your instructor. And if you keep scrolling down, you will see a link for the Pearson MyLab and Mastering. That is how you will be accessing the MyITLab throughout the semester. When you first click on that link, notice there's a little window that says allow pop-ups to continue. This will be extremely important for the Pearson website. Assignments only open in pop-ups, so it is important to allow pop-ups for the Pearson websites. On Chrome, you can do that by clicking the icon just to the left of the star located in the address bar. So if we click on that, there's an option for always allow pop-ups. We can go ahead and hit done. If you are not using Chrome, you're using Firefox, Edge, Safari, or something else, Pearson does supply a link for how to adjust pop-up settings specific for your browser. So go ahead, you can click on that. It will allow you to pick which option you are using, and they will guide you through how to allow pop-ups. So now that I've allowed pop-ups, if I refresh this page, you will see that I am not getting that pop-up request anymore. Once we click on the Open MyLab and Mastering, it will take you to a license agreement. You should read through all of this. Once you are done reading, please go ahead and click the I accept button. If you have used Pearson before because you've had a math class that uses it, or an English writing, different IT class, or a whole bunch of them out there, you may already have a username and password. You can go ahead and sign in. If you do not have a username and password, you can go ahead and use the Create button. And it will ask you for some pretty simple information. So go ahead, you can fill out this page. We already have a username and password, so we can go ahead and enter that back in on that previous page. At this point, it's giving the option for an access code. If you already have an access code, you can click on the access code button. If you have not purchased your access code, you can purchase it through the website and get it with the e-text by clicking on that link to the right. If you are waiting for financial aid, you can have temporary access without payment for 14 days. Don't use this as a, well, I'll worry about it in 14 days option, because most of the time students who do that never end up actually getting the access code, and that means they fell out of the class. So once you're using the temporary access button, make sure you start working on getting your access code right away. If we click on the access code button, because you already have one, you'll notice it asks you for 6 different sections of, it looks like 5 letters each. Be careful about zeros versus O's, as well as some other letters. So if it doesn't work with something, think about of what possible alter symbols might have been used, and also make sure you double check that you actually did type everything in correctly. If you use a temporary internet, it says, are you sure you want to do this? And if that's what you need to do, you can go ahead and say yes. And that will then give you temporary access for 14 days, and it will process what they're going to call your order. Once you have your temporary access or whatever, you can click the Go to My Course button, and this will log you in to the, MyITLab. Once you're logged in, you can continue to my next video, which will start going over the basics of how MyITLab works.